I also got this candle. I've been really just embracing my skater boy hippie vibes where like I got this candle, dude, that I light when I study. It's called Baltic Sea, and I don't know, dude, it's
Nice.
great. It's like I'm studying in the
That
ocean.
sounds good.
Candles
What
are
does the
great.
Baltic Sea smell like?
Dude,
I have a basil
the
and
sea.
basil and mandarin, lime basil and mandarin candle.
That sounds gas. Dude, it has one of these weird new wicks too, where it's like it looks like a popsicle stick kinda.
Interesting.
Yeah. I kinda like when the wax is still like hot. So you can like sometimes I just like touch it,
You a
it's like on
hot
my
wax
finger.
kind of dude.
You know, dude, I just think it's fun to touch. I'm like, whoa, that was cool. Like,
Kinky, bro. Kinky.
yeah, but it's weird because I'm just by myself. Like, I don't know. I'm just like, this feels funny.
This is why Dan should turn the recording on like 5 minutes ago and just like don't tell us.
As,
We just start doing that.
I did. We have that on video, so.
We do?
Go.
Yeah,
Amazing.
candle talk with the chill room.
No
Candle
way.
talk.
We have that on camera. That's so awesome, man.
Yeah, so I mean, I guess that means you guys can
Yeah.
start whenever you want.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, dude. Some people's kinks are you know, hot wax, but I just think it's neat. Not in a sexual way. I'm just like candles, you know.
I
fuck
just
with
got that
them.
new iOS, and now I'm gonna take like the next 3 days to customize it.
Oh,
With
Change
candles.
the background of like every. With
dude,
candles.
no. I saw a bunch with like Naruto stuff, dude, but I might steal your idea and just do different candles.
Candles.
This is my Netflix scent candle. Smells like burnt wires.
It's half to translate. It's so sick.
Oh my god, that's awesome. All right. Let me pull up our schedule.
Should we start?
Yeah, you actually start
Alright.
intro. My bad. I just
No,
rolling
no.
with the candle thing.
Dude, no, we should keep that in. It's episode 5 time.
Let's go.
It was pretty sweet.
Oh, I
Hey,
guess we should do this. What's up, man?
dude. Now we're committing to our 5th hour of making jokes together, which is pretty cool.
Yeah,
What's
man.
up, Poppy? What's up, King Coon?
Yo,
Going on?
how's it going?
Yeah, Connor's pretty weird, right?
Dude, it's weird. It feels good though, man. I mean, putting out consistent content for our millions of fans out there. Yeah, it's good. I don't have any other way to do stand up or really any other way to see my 3 buddies. So we're killing 2 scones with 1 bird.
Dude, 2 scones with 1 bird. Amen.
Yep.
Very good. Yeah, so we don't really have a whole lot planned today. We realized it was a what would you call it? A momentous. Is that the word?
Yeah, momentous.
Occasion. So we didn't really want to do anything scripted, I guess. We didn't want to. Well, I mean, we might play one of our games, but we were not overly committed to it. We kind of just wanted to chat with our boys, kind of reflect on what we've done so far, and just have some fun, chit chat. We haven't spoken to each other since. Actually, I was about to say we haven't spoken to each other in like a week or 2, but this is actually the 2nd time we've tried to record this episode. So
poor-
so today's a Tuesday, so was it Sunday night?
Yeah, it was Sunday.
Yeah, so Sunday night we get on, we're about to film this episode that people are listening to, and we met at 7, and I think at 8:15 we called it because we just could not get Connor connected. What was going on your side, dude?
So we honestly could have made it an episode. It was a shit show. Like Discord wasn't working. Basically everything on my entire laptop wasn't working, and what I ended up doing was like I think FaceTiming or video chatting Dan somehow. But my phone's camera is messed up with the autofocus, so it's super shaky. So it was like Dan was trying to help his like grandma or grandpa figure out how to open a PDF. He's just yelling at me how to fix my computer, and I'm hitting the wrong button like every single time. But we got it fixed. Me and Poppy had a separate really intimate one-on-one session where he helped me fix everything. So yeah, we're ready to go. We're ready to rock and roll. We have a pretty good episode planned. Like Andrew said, it's very conversational. We're gonna learn a lot about all four of us, which is awesome. Add to the mystery behind Poppy and King Coom. I'm just saying one of them could be Paul Rudd. I won't say which one, but one of them could be.
We cannot confirm nor deny whether King Coom is Paul Rudd. Okay, people,
Awesome.
We're back at it. So just before the last thing we said was we were talking about Connor's malfunctions on Sunday, and then we had some more malfunctions, so we're just running it back. Should we get I don't know. We should just get into it. Oh, wait, but we have to do. You know what I was thinking about before this? This is kind of off topic, but whatever. Like sometimes, but we were just talking about Snapchat. Like, you guys ever get a Snapchat? What are they like? The Snapchat memories, and you see it, and you're like, interesting decisions were made that night.
Yeah, dude.
Almost every memory is like that.
Yeah,
that happened to me.
It's like, why am I wearing a hot dog costume?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's common for you.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, before we get moving stuff with the boys.
So as you guys know, I mean, my very expensive and well-running technology requires a lot of money that we got from our generous sponsors. So here's our first sponsor break. Gotta shout them out. My first sponsor is going to be people who go 55 in the left lane. Thanks for giving me that time to just sit there and think about my day and really lament on, everything going right in my life on the highway. So shout out people in the left lane who go 55 miles an hour. Andrew, you got another sponsor for us?
Yeah. Ironically, mine ended up being car related too. We are sponsored by taking off your mask when you get in the car. Thank you for not being a joke that would make sense at all in 5 years from now, and not being a timeless sponsor, but we appreciate you.
This very niche sponsor we have.
Very niche sponsor. Yeah, it's like a startup that won't succeed too long. All right, so we decided, like we were talking about before, we're just gonna have a little bit of an open format today. We just wanted to talk, everyone to be able to speak freely and just kind of see what's up with each other. Maybe let people in a little bit more on us and just have an opportunity to like talk to each other on camera about different things. So what we thought of, Connor and I, was we had all four of us think of 2 questions. They could be anything. They could be funny. They could be serious. They could be thought-provoking, whatever it was. And instead of just popping it on each other in this, because as we usually do, just kind of improv what we're going to say, we decided to think about it for a hot second. We told each other on Sunday morning-ish, or maybe the day before that, and we were going to film, and then we didn't. I don't know about, have you guys thought about it at all since then? I really haven't, but I thought about it when we originally did it.
I've been thinking about my laptop functioning for everything, really.
Yeah.
Not so much the questions.
So I guess what we'll do is we'll kind of just go around in a circle, chop it up. I guess I'll just go first, and I'll just kind of pass it around. You guys can ask your question. I guess whoever asks the question, I would just say maybe you can answer first, because maybe it'll make someone think of something else, or maybe like we didn't interpret the question maybe the way you meant it. So we could do that. I'll start off first. My first question to every oh god, excuse me, I just burped. I had Chinese food for dinner. My first question to everyone is, what is your favorite dessert food? And I actually bounced around a bunch with this one. I would say my 2 favorite desserts, just straight up hands down period, are cheesecake and fried Oreos. Cheesecake has been a new love of mine that happens to me within the last year or two. I just kind of, I don't know, maybe it was like the couple times I had cheesecake in my life up to that point, just didn't sit well with me. And then one day I think I just went to Cheesecake Factory or something, and I got cheesecake, and I was like, I was like so mad at myself that I didn't enjoy this my whole life. And then fried Oreos have kind of just been a thing forever. Like, you go to baseball games and you can get them. I've loved them. But then I've just really gotten back into ice cream. the last couple weeks, so I just wanted to give a shout out to ice cream. You're delicious. That's an honorable mention. Connor, what's your favorite dessert food?
That's tough, man. I'm gonna stick with a classic, man. I'm a big fan of milk and cookies, chocolate chip, dude. The Big Johns. Those like I forget this whatever they're called. They're like the old, like the ones your grandma will give you. They're like yay big. It's like a small turtle-sized cookie. You just put it in some milk, almond milk if you're trying to help the environment. Regular milk if you just like milk, I guess. But yeah, milk and cookies, my go-to dessert. See, King Coom, you're directly below me on my screen. What's your favorite dessert?
Honestly, I think churros. I just love churros. I'm a big cinnamon guy. Like I love like cinnamon liquors and stuff. And I don't know, churros are just like the fresh churros, just like the right amount of softness and sweetness. It's just perfect with a little bit of chocolate sauce. You know.
Ooh.
Oh, churros, man. Let's go. Churros are so good. Oh, yeah, I mean, thinking about churros now, King Coom. I just like, looked out in the distance, like, baby, come back. Poppy, what's your favorite dessert food, man?
I'm not copying you, but when I saw the question, the first thing that came to mind is like my overall like favorite dessert food would be cheesecake because
Nice.
one, it's just amazing. Like plain cheesecake on its own, I really enjoy, but it's so versatile. You can have like a fruity cheesecake, you can have like a rich cheesecake if you want like some chocolate in there, or anything like that. You got a lot of different options when it comes to cheesecake. And that graham cracker crust is just so good. But I guess because you've already said that answer, I'll give another one that's a little more niche and specific. But Andrew, you'll know. Actually, so will King Coom. There is this dumpling house in the Bay Area and also Southern California. I think there's one in Seattle, but it originated in Taiwan. It's a Taiwanese dumpling house. Some people would say it's kind of like dim sum, but they have these little chocolate xiaolongbao, which, if you don't know, xiaolongbao is traditionally a soup dumpling, usually with pork. But they made a little dessert one with a little ball of mochi in the middle and some semi-sweet chocolate that's like perfectly melted. And those dumplings are just amazing.
Yeah, I'm changing my answer to that as well.
Me too. Dude, I'm telling you,
man.
the second Poppy went, Andrew will know, I knew exactly what he was talking about. That, oh, my God, they were so good. That restaurant, I don't even know where it is. It's somewhere in California. It's my favorite restaurant in the world that I've ever had, period. I've eaten in plenty of states. I've eaten in France before. This small little place is the best food I've ever had in my whole life. I think about it all the time. Oh, I'm thinking about those chocolates right now. You a chocolate guy, Connor?
Big chocolate. I'm like, so I like sweet stuff, but not like birthday cake type of sweet. You know what I mean? Like strawberry sweet. Like I'm more like I strictly really eat chocolate foods as dessert. I'm a big chocolate guy, I guess.
Dude, you wanna ask your first question now?
I was just say how we were gonna do it. Like if we were doing 1-2 or
Yeah,
1-1-1-1 and then like 2-2-2-2.
Yeah, we'll do it that way. You'll go, and then how about Coom goes, and then we'll let Poppy go.
Word. Oh, mine's like a pretty standard one for me. So background, I'm big animal guy. Undergrad was marine science. I actually interned at an aquarium and worked at a pet store for a year and a half. So my question, as a result, is what is your favorite animal? Oh, and then sorry, I forgot to answer. My favorite animal is a thresher shark. They're the shark, very long tail. They use it like a whip, actually. They use it to like disorient fish, but if it makes contact, it can just straight up break the fish in half because it just gets so much force. They're one of the only sharks capable of breaching the water, and they're also one of 4 species of fish that are like kind of technically warm-blooded. They have like adaptations where they can monitor their own body temp, and every other fish, it's like a reptile. It depends on the water's temp, is like their body temp, but not thresher sharks. They're different. They are by definition built different. So my favorite animal, thresher shark.
Bam. That's what's up. Coon, what's your favorite animal, dude?
That's a tough question. I think I'm gonna go with like a turtle because they just like live forever, and they're just like living life on their own time. Not too worried about anything. Know the pace they can go out and just do that. So yeah, I think turtle's my answer.
Nice.
What about you, Daniel?
Wow.
I'm gonna have to say penguin. Penguins are my favorite animal. They have been for a very long time. Even before Club Penguin was, the whole craze. So I'm not, it's not just a phase. They're just really, really cute. All sorts of penguins are. I've heard they're kind of dicks. But that doesn't faze me. The thing is, like, I really like birds. I'm not like a crazy bird person. Don't please don't imagine me that way. I don't have any birds, but I think they're cool. And like penguins are they're a bird, but they're so different. And they like toboggan, like when they slide on ice. That's the coolest thing ever. And they swim so fast. They're just impressive, man. Yeah. They have mates for life. Well, I don't know if all species of penguin do, but I know some.
They mostly are.
They're just cool overall. The only thing that kind of threw me off was when I saw like an X-ray of a penguin and their knees. They have knees and they're like inside their body and they're like pretty much squatting their entire lives and they're just waddling while squatting. It's pretty weird, yeah. But other than that, they're pretty cool.
Wow.
Have you gone penguin sledding?
Penguin sledding, dude. A1 Efren or A1.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. All right, Andrew.
What's my favorite animal? I was kind of between two, but I think I'm going to go with the goat. I was between the eagle and the goat. So I think I'm going to go with the goat because what it represents, like the being the best in one's field would make you a goat. And then have you guys seen videos of small goats or like baby goats?
Oh, very
they, like,
cute.
Jump. They like run and they like jump off stuff. It's just really cute. I just love goats. Yeah, there's just a lot of cool things about goats. They're just very fun to look at and they make funny noises and they jump on things and they look like Michael Jordan sometimes. And I think that's really, really cool. So I'm going to go with the goat. All right. So, Koom, you got a question for the peeps?
What is your favorite movie?
Ooh.
I had a hard time with this one. This is pretty hard. I didn't know I was going to have to answer it myself. I'd probably say like probably like Batman Begins or The Dark Knight. Christopher Nolan. Classics.
That's sick. Shout out Batman.
Shout out Batman.
What about you, Andrew?
I'm just gonna give like my usual answer that when people ask me this question, I don't really, I wouldn't say I'm overwhelmingly think I'm probably kind of how you feel, Koom. Like I'm not overwhelmingly like this is my movie, but generally when people ask me what my favorite movie is, I say Semi-Pro, which is a movie starring Will Ferrell, and it's like one of the least famous Will Ferrell movies of all time. I think it's one of the funniest things I've ever seen. Maybe it's sort of niche to me because it's about basketball, but it's starring Will Ferrell, Woody Harrelson, and Andre 3000, who is from Outkast, for those who don't know. Like, that is an all-star crew if there ever was one. It's about a basketball team in the 70s, and Will Ferrell plays this guy who owns the team and is on the team. So he just does everything. Like, he's the owner, he's the coach, and he plays, and it's really funny. I just love it. Andre 3000 plays this character that I'm obsessed with. And the movie is just fantastic. I recommend people watching it and watch it. It's a really funny comedy. And I guess my honorable mention would just be like anything Quentin Tarantino made. I really like those movies. Poppy, what's up?
So I'm gonna have to say Emperor's New Groove. That was the first movie that came to mind.
Good choice.
Absolutely love that movie.
Classic.
Kronk is my favorite character from probably any movie. I like how he can speak to squirrels. I wish I had that power. For those who haven't watched the previous episode, go watch that. We talk about talking animals. Kronk
Nice
falls in
plug.
that category. But I will give an honorable mention, and I wouldn't even say that this is even up there in my favorite movies, but like I've watched it so many times and I actually really enjoy it. Interstellar. I also mentioned Interstellar in a previous episode, but I'm not going to spoil it. I'm sure that it's no reason for me not to spoil it since it's been out for so long. But I really wasn't a huge fan of how some of the things tied together at the end. But like the overall like production of the movie and the acting, and it was pretty cool. And as a physics nerd myself, a decent amount of it, not a lot, not all of it, but a decent amount of it is like pretty accurate. So I'm glad that they got a physicist to help out with that. But yeah, Emperor's New Groove.
That's sick. Nice.
That's a good pick, dude.
Connor, you didn't answer, right?
Nah, dude. I actually was glad because I needed time to think about this one. So I'm gonna do it backwards. I'm gonna do my honorable mention first, which is Space Jam. It has the GOAT, Michael Jordan. Also, we glanced over. It was very clever, Andrew, when you picked your animal GOAT. You're like sometimes look like Michael Jordan because he is the GOAT, the greatest of all time.
Thanks.
But yeah, I thought the animation was cool. It's people and characters. But my favorite movie of all time is kind of a wild card. It's episode 3 of Star Wars: Revenge of the Sith, because there's so many prequel memes, and I quote it so many times. It was like one of those like ironic movies, but now it's just unironically my favorite movie. Like the fight scenes are good. I laugh every couple seconds because I'm like, that's a meme. So yeah, Star Wars Episode 3. Revenge of the Sith, you know?
Dude, that's what's up. I like that movie, dude.
Dude, it's got some good fight scenes. Hayden Christensen, man.
Yeah, dude. Obi-Wan and Anakin. on the
Obi-Wan.
lava.
Hello there. General Kenobi.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't think anyone really needs to see that movie anymore. They just got it from you, so.
Yeah, dude. That's the only scene you really need to watch is Ian McGregor going, hello there.
All right, so Poppy, well, you got a question for us?
Yeah, I guess I do. I guess we started with ones that aren't super serious, so I'll start with, what would your baseball walk-up song be? Going up to bat, full count, gotta hype yourself up somehow. What would it be? Oh, and I guess I have to answer first.
Yeah.
We're gonna go with Boom 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 by the Venga Boys.
That's a good pick.
Oh, is that bam 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 bam?
No, that one is the Venga Bus by the Venga Boys, which would be my second choice for my song. This one's the one that's like boom 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 boom. I want you in my room.
I got you, Dan.
Honestly, it'd just be, I think it'd be pretty fun. I think I don't work that well under pressure sometimes, and it would, relax me. Get that home run.
Swag.
Uh,
I like that one.
Connor.
Mine's a weird one,
I'd like to hear
dude.
yours.
So mine would be the mine is actually just gonna be, I don't know the title of it, but it would literally be the music they play in Naruto when like he's about to do something OP. You know what I mean? The drums where it's like dun 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 dun, then it's like dun 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 dun, and then Naruto starts. He usually just does shadow clones. That's actually all he does. But I just think it'd be cool. Like, I don't know. I'm kind of an anime nerd. I think it'd be funny to walk out to a baseball thing, start doing like hand signs, be like home run jutsu. I'd probably strike out because, obviously I'm watching anime and not grinding in the gym. So yeah, Naruto theme song, I guess, is my answer.
I'd like to change my answer to specifically Connor recreating that song.
Oh, my acapella.
I think that would be a lot more exciting.
That was exhilarating.
Dude, I'm hyped right now. I'm about to do push-ups when we're done filming. Honestly.
Feel free to do them now.
Oh no, I was capping. I can maybe do like 2. Then my arms they start to get tired. Let's see. King Coom, walkout song.
I think I'm gonna go with "Dreams and Nightmare," Meek Mill, like the great Philadelphia Eagles did when they won the Super Bowl. Go Birds! I don't
And
think I
there's
need to
no-
explain that one. That's
And
just-
King Coon doesn't like
baseball.
baseball, so he wouldn't be.
And I don't like
any
baseball.
game.
No,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
That'd be the only reason you go to a game is just to listen to your walk-up song.
I would walk in and then walk out. You're right.
Just put on the dugout straight back.
Yeah.
Legend.
Actually, I'd probably go out and grab a glizzy. You know.
Oh, you
Nice-
got it. You got
nice
it.
You gotta get the
walk, yeah.
glizzy.
Yeah, you gotta grab a glizzy.
Yeah, of course. I mean, who wouldn't? So for mine, I would say on a completely joking note, I'd come out to Fergalicious by Fergie. That'd be sick. I feel like that would just set off the crowd. I think people would really enjoy that. But if on seriousness, I'd probably do "Kickstart My Heart" by Motley Crue because everyone knows that song and it'll get them excited. And if you don't know if you're watching this right now and you don't know what that song is, if you look it up, if you listen to the first 4 seconds, you'll know what it is. Okay, that was a wonderful first round of questions, boys. Learned some things about you guys. Damn, we've been moving. All right, we can get through the second one. Second round of questions. I think we can get through a little bit quicker.
I have a question
You
for.
should do a sponsor break.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Like between questions.
All right, all
Um,
right.
I know that we had requested people to submit questions for
Uh
for our episode.
huh. Uh huh.
Do we want to also include those?
Yeah, I mean,
How many did we get of those?
bleep out what I just said. We had hundreds of questions. We have hundreds. We have hundreds, dog.
Yeah.
We can get to it. I mean, yeah.
Okay, let's
I
just
mean,
let's just keep it going and then.
Let's just frick it, man.
All right, Andrew, ready? You're gonna lead this sponsor break, and then we'll get into the questions.
All right. Sounds good, dogs. All right, so we have to do before we start talking a little bit more. We have to get into our usual business. Our sponsor break. You know, we've been getting a lot, like by a yacht kind of money. It's a little crazy. We've been getting some new sponsors in. So we have these new sponsors. Connor and I are going to tell you about. Our next new sponsor is the person who always gets a little too drunk at stuff. Thank you for sometimes being very interesting, sometimes being very annoying, sometimes being the person everyone wants to leave, sometimes being in really funny pictures. You're a lot of things to us and we appreciate you. Thank you. Connor?
Mine is gonna be a shout out dudes in the male restroom who, when there's just you at the urinal, instead of socially distancing, they come right up next to you and then try to talk to you also while you're both peeing. Shout out you guys. It's clearly, I don't know why people don't do that more. My pants are down. I definitely just want to talk to you in this bathroom. So shout out people who are not very socially aware in the men's restroom, I guess. All right. Second round, right? The questions?
Yeah, we could try to get through them
Yeah.
as quickly as possible and then answer a couple of our fan questions.
Yeah, as Andrew
And if
said, we do have hundreds.
Hundreds. And then Poppy, if you think we're going like just way too long, just wrap us up.
Yeah.
My second question was, what is the thing that has impressed you or surprised you the most about someone so far? Or it could be like a group of people or like two of us or whatever. Could be like jokes or just something they did overall, etc. I would say my answer is, I'm trying to think of the way that, because it's about Poppy, but it's at first it's almost going to sound like I'm saying I didn't think Poppy was going to be funny, which is not my point at all. So bear with me. I didn't know how well Poppy would be able to bounce off of Connor and I. Like in my head, I knew that it was going to work, but it worked 10,000 times better than I had in my own head. If that makes any sense, Connor. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't. It's like I was telling Poppy about this a couple weeks ago. Like he hears every single stupid thing that you and I say every single episode, and then repeats them a second time so that people can hear them. Or like he'll remember something from episode 2, and then last episode he's knocking on us about it, and it's really funny. And I think like Poppy knows exactly when to like get in, like just kind of like let
like right now?
you. Yeah, exactly. See, the kid just knows what's up. It's like sometimes like I've had to learn just like sit back and let you go ham for a couple seconds. Like Poppy knows when to just like let us freaking fly, and then when we're crashing to the ground, he knows when to step in or something. So it's just like it seems to be a good dynamic in that sense. So yeah, shout out to you, Poppy.
I'm
What about
blushing.
you, Connor?
Thank you.
Dude, I agree with you with Poppy. Mine, King Coom, I love how, so this happens a lot where like I'm a little bit of a scatterbrain. Like I'm very textbook, like book smart, not street smart. So I'll just say stuff sometimes and I either can't finish my thought, but somehow like King Coom always knows what I'm gonna say next. Or I'll just say something really dumb, but then like everyone kind of like glances over, and it's kind of like what Andrew said where Poppy will bounce off us, where King Coom will like call it out, and then it turns into a joke because it kind of went under the radar. Like, okay, so the one that comes to mind immediately is episode 1. We were talking about like DC, and I was like, yeah, if it's a state, like the DC Zoo will be the national zoo, and everyone was gonna go, and King Coom was like, yeah, like you got it, you're right. So shout out
Yeah.
King Coom for honestly being my second brain cell for
That's what I'm here for.
dude, literally, like I'll be like, oh, what's that thing called? And he's like, a sink. And I'm like, yeah, the water bath.
That's funny. What about you, King Coom?
Honestly, I'm gonna give it to us as a collective for being pretty
Nice.
consistent on this journey that we've taken, and really like getting in the episodes when we need to, and like making it happen. I'm proud of us.
Go.
Dude, isn't that pretty crazy? I mean, granted, things have gone wrong every once in a while, but you know.
Yeah, but we've been able to make it work, and like
shocking.
we've took
Yeah.
some hits here, there, and there. But like, I think we've just been getting better at it too.
Dude, it is sick. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah,
I
nice.
know, we're about to be 5 hours into
Let's
this.
go. We
Which is
got
pretty
those
wild.
Poppy and King Coom reveals coming up soon too.
Dude, I know. I'm so pumped.
Yeah. All right, Poppy. What about you?
I'll start off by saying that I really think even in episode 1 how smoothly Andrew and Connor were able to just transition into being podcast hosts was really impressive. But the question was what most impressed or surprised me, and I'm gonna have to say King Coom. He and I work a little more in the background. And do some additional stuff, have our own one-on-one meetings. And just the efficiency at which he is able to finish, the cutting of the videos and stuff. And he can't even share his screen. Like I share my screen whenever, I do my editing so that I can get his input. But I learned that I can literally just trust that what he's doing is correct, and he's never disappointed. So that.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
You help out quite a bit, honestly. Like it's a 2-person team for sure.
Yeah, I calculate some frames.
Someone's got to.
This is a good lesson for anyone who wants to start their own show on the internet, is that find 2 of your friends that are smart and are happy to do the parts that are hard, while you and your other friend just make jokes about poops and wieners.
Dude, literally,
Some helpful advice.
me and Andrew are like the left brain, and Poppy and King Coom are like the right brain.
This is exactly why we got our engineering degrees. Did you guys know that?
Yeah, you're like
Yeah,
preparing
for this.
for this moment. That's
Oh
amazing.
man. Well, I
All
feel
right.
really good after that question, honestly.
I know. That was dope. Connor, what's your second question?
I forgot I wrote this as my second one. So we're all the same age. Like we're all 23, fresh out of college. I actually went back So that answers my question. What I want to be when I grow up is actually a professor. So I'm going to be in school until I'm like 30. But it's cool because I like it. I think a big problem with STEM is a lot of scientists speak in jargon, and clearly I do not. So I'm hopeful that if I am a professor, I could get, a larger demographic into STEM, and then we could make a lot more discoveries. Like maybe a kid who is intimidated by STEM because it's pretty rigorous, or even they're just interested in, they need someone very approachable. I would love to be that person to kind of ignite a passion in someone else. So I want to be a professor. That's kind of a tie-in with scientists. If you didn't know, most of your STEM professors are definitely doing some sort of independent research. So best of both worlds. I can inspire people and also play with chemicals. Next we will do King Coom.
Could you repeat the question one more time?
Oh, the question is just, what do you want to be when you grow up?
Oh, snap.
I don't think I even said the question, honestly. I think
No, you did.
Oh,
You
okay.
did.
All right,
Yeah.
cool.
When I want to grow up, let's see. I'm currently a civil engineer. I think I want to own my own firm so that I can pick which projects we work on and try and impact the environment in a positive way. And just like, I don't like the way that engineering firms are right now. I think they're too boring. I don't think they just work on whatever makes money. And I don't think that's always the solution.
Nice.
What about you, Dan?
When I grow up, and once again, I'm copying answers. I also want to be a professor, or even eventually even a high school teacher. I'd either want to teach physics, math, or maybe even like an engineering course or something. I currently am also an engineer. I'm a chemical engineer working in industry, but I'm planning on going back to school. So like Connor, I'll be in school for quite a long time is the plan. But I think it'll be worth it. I like teaching. I like to think that I understand, the struggles of a student in our current education system to some extent. And I feel like a lot of professors are just kind of vengeful for the education system. Like they want students to suffer like they did. But I really don't have that kind of a mindset. So yeah, I think I would hopefully be a good professor. But
Dude,
yeah.
imagine the power faculty dream team if me and Poppy are
Oh, let's
professors
go.
at the same college.
We'd make a
Dude,
podcast.
We would. We splinter off and make a rival podcast.
Let's go. That'd be sick.
Oh. All right, Andrew. When you grow up, what do you want to be?
It's actually funny because you guys all did like career things. I actually didn't. So, because I honestly, I'm not. The thing that I probably learned the most from like the beginning of senior year of college till up, especially over the last like whatever amount of time since we graduated, is that I'm not horribly attached to any career in particular. I like my job right now, and that's really cool. That's all I kind of know, but I'm not 100% attached to the job. I know like the only thing I do really know is that I'd love to own a restaurant when I'm older, like not incredibly older than I am now, but maybe 10 years from now or something like that. I would love to do that. But what I wrote is my answer. And I know this is going to sound like a joke, but it's actually not. Is like, I just want to be chilling. Like, I don't want to be stressed out when I'm 45 years old. Like I want to make good money, but not to the point where I'm driving myself insane for it. And then I also want to be comfortable enough that I'm not freaking out about it when I'm 50 years old or whatever. I just like want to be chill. Like it.
No, I get what you're saying.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I just want to like.
You
I
want
don't
to
wanna be
chill on your
bugging.
porch, have a good
Yeah, dude.
book, no
Yeah.
worries.
A glass of
Hakuna
red wine.
Matata.
Yeah,
Upgrade
exactly.
from the chill room to the chill life.
The chill life, dude. I know. That's dope. Okay. So Connor, you just got through your second question. We're kind of moving here. Coom,
Who's
what about you?
next?
What was your second question?
All right, my second question is, If you had 3 wishes, what would you wish for?
Nice.
I think for me, it'd be for COVID to be eradicated, probably to win the lottery, and then probably just like stop all the wildfires. What about you guys?
Damn.
What about you, Andrew?
Damn. Oh, really? I gotta go up to the guy that wants to like cure disease and wildfires. Wonderful. Sounds good.
You got this.
Yeah, I didn't write anything as nice as that. But I took the question as like I'm not gonna write like have unlimited money, have unlimited this. So
yeah,
this
no
is what
cheap
I wrote.
shots.
I wrote number 1, it's just like a really dope ass plot of land. Like my house doesn't even need to be that big, just like a big ass yard house, like acres with acres and acres, like a farm basically, with like fenced in and stuff, can have animals and all this stuff. Number 2, okay, I just didn't say I was gonna do unlimited, but this unlimited groceries. Unlimited groceries. I just write a list of groceries that I want, and then they show up at my house later that day.
That's actually really good.
That is really good.
I think that's like the most one of the more modest unlimited you could ask for. And then number 3, telekinesis. I can pick things up with my brain.
That's pretty sick, actually.
You'll be chilling for real.
Yeah, you would be chilling for real.
In your big lawn, you're gonna be sitting on a
Yeah.
lawn chair, making a beer can go to your mouth with your mind.
Yeah. And then once you get good enough at telekinesis, you can move yourself with your body, aka flying. So I can fly around my giant farm with my groceries.
Nice.
That's my answer.
That's amazing.
What about you, Poppy?
I really didn't think about this one that much. My first wish will be to, revert climate change, because that's kind of a big deal.
How far back do you want to revert? Do we go to like the Ice Age again?
No, preferably not. Let's not be
Yeah.
that dick genie that like takes my requests
Like
too
literal.
seriously and make the world worse. We're gonna assume that the genie that's granting my wishes understands what I'm asking,
Yeah.
unlike King Koom here.
I'm not your G.
You're the one that asked the question though, so
Yeah. This genie's not like the other genies. This is a cool genie.
yeah. I suppose my second wish would be able to. I guess this is kind of like in line with like a power, like not really a superpower, but like just I can. No matter how long I sleep, I will always feel fully rested. I
That's
think that
actually
would be
a good
an
one.
awesome.
That's
awesome
such a
thing
good
to have,
one.
right? So like it's like, oh crap, I got like something in the morning. I can only sleep for like 4 hours. Boom, doesn't matter. Fell asleep. We're good to go. And then I guess my third wish, would be to never get back pain.
That's a big one,
That,
actually.
I'm 23. Like, if I sleep wrong, sometimes I get a little bit of back pain. I stretch a lot. I'm starting to mitigate that as much as possible. But my dad suffers from back pain, and I really don't want to experience that. I can just like his like how he explains it. I can just like secondhand feel it. So I really don't want to feel it myself. So those are my 3 wishes.
Dude.
Those are pretty
Back
solid, man.
Yeah.
The
what
back
about
pain
you,
one
Poppy?
was too real. So
Yeah.
ironically, Poppy has been saying the whole episode, he's like, I'm gonna copy Poppy. My first wish would be for climate change, the climate stay the same. Just chill out a little, so that we don't all die. It would be nice. My second wish would be to be like a permanent cast member on like Saturday Night Live or have my own stand-up special. Those are kind of synonymous for me. My last one is every single person who doesn't believe in science has to take organic chem. So yeah, that way when they're like scientists don't know anything, I can Google it. And then I'm like, oh, cool, that's awesome, man. Read this NMR for me. and then get back to me on why you think scientists don't know what they're doing. So yeah, those are my 3 wishes.
Those are some good ones. I think we're on onto our last question. I think Poppy had one more for the boys, and then we can go into our fan questions real quick.
The hundreds.
Yeah. So my second planned question for this episode is who's someone from any point in history, so, they could be around right now, they could be from the past, that you would want to have as a guest on the Chill Room? Oh, I guess, once again, I have to answer my question first. I would have to choose a physicist by the name of Sean Carroll. He's currently a professor and a theoretical physicist. He has a really good way of explaining the phenomena of our universe in terms that can be understood by, people that aren't as well versed in physics. And I'd just like to learn from him, as someone who wants to eventually teach physics, kind of get his perspective. And he has really good things to say in just about any topic. So we could talk to him about anything. It just so happens that he's a physicist. But I think it'd be pretty interesting. Wouldn't be as funny, though. I know our show's usually pretty funny, but...
Dude, I'd be down for that.
I'm
Little
gonna
physics
hit him up.
talk. Yeah, DM him on Instagram and let us know when he answers.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. Yeah, Andrew. We'll go to you.
Oh,
next.
dude, I'm excited. I'm excited for this question. I'm glad you asked it. I actually thought about this for a good while because there's a lot of people that I could say. I'm sure there's a lot of obvious ones that you guys would think. Like, I before I say the what I was gonna say, like, there's obvious ones. Like, these guys know I love the Foo Fighters. The lead singer is Dave Grohl. He's hilarious. Like, he would be. That was like the obvious Andrew choice that I thought of was him. Like, he would whatever. But I thought about it for a while, and I realized I think the best guest we could have ever possibly had would have been Robin Williams, because that dude, if you've ever seen his stand-up stuff, he does like crazy impersonations and like this improv stuff, and we could just like set him off on some things, saying some crazy improv stuff and all these voices. And I was just thinking, when he came up in my head, I just started thinking about like what in hell Connor and I would do if he were the guest. It would be the craziest thing of all time. So I'm gonna go with Robin Williams. R.I.P. Connor.
Ooh, so I'm actually in a similar boat. I was originally like Steve Irwin just because, animal guy, he's the GOAT. I think he'd be really cool to have on. But since it's anyone at any point in history, I was like, we got to go bigger. We got to get the OG. So I would actually bring the first human. So, biblically, that would be either Adam or Eve. But for, logistics sake, let's just say the first Homo sapien who like developed speech and stuff. We bring him on. We show him laptops. That's going to blow his or her mind. Like, we just get to watch this dude, find out what Netflix is. I think that's awesome. So my final answer locked in, is the very first Homo sapien, male or female, capable of speaking. King Coom.
Nice.
What about you?
I was trying to think of someone in the past that I would want to talk to for a while, but I feel like the people that can relate to our time and give us the best advice now would be someone recent. So I was thinking probably like Kobe Bryant. I feel like that would be, he just would know what to say and what for us to do. He would just have the right advice no matter what. And he's just a legend.
Agreed.
Max,
That's
Mamba
a good one.
mentality
Mamba mentality.
all day. That was fun.
No hate on
well,
Sean Carroll, but my answer was not as good.
No, that was a good one.
That was a good one, dude.
I was just thinking the logistics of if we did, like, instead of the 4 of us, if each 4 was just the person from history we picked, like Andrew's screen would be Robin Williams, Poppy's would be the physicist, King Coombs would be Kobe, and then mine would literally just basically be a caveman. just like... Oh, man. What time are we at, Poppy?
Yeah, I was just about to ask that.
Yeah, it's,
Yeah.
we're currently at 51 minutes, so
Zam.
we
Okay.
have an option.
Damn.
We have an option. We can either use our fan questions now, or we can save them and just use them as discussion topics for future episodes. Um,
I would say we commit to it because we already had all these hundreds
Yeah.
of loyal fans, and then we'll just go through as quick as possible, and then we'll probably just end up doing shout outs and end this. But
okay, yeah,
I feel
Yeah.
that. It's
We
a,
got enough
it's a good episode. It's a Q&A. Learn
Yeah.
more about
Sure.
the boys. I think it's
Dude,
good because it
YOLO.
fits that atmosphere of the chill room where it's just for
Yeah.
people chilling.
Things don't always go as
I
planned.
agree.
And if we have a second to do a real news article, then we'll do a real news article. And if not, episode 6, we will go in on real news
Yeah.
for all the people that like that stuff. I promise. Okay, so I think we're just gonna answer probably 3 questions. We'll probably don't have time for that. The first one,
3
I'm
of the
excited.
1,000 we have.
Yeah, it's like a lot. Oh, and also, okay, I'll get to it. But the first one is from a close friend of all of ours. His name is Daniel Intriago. He was my freshman roommate in college. What's up, dude? Shout out, Dan. Thank you for watching the show. You're a huge supporter of ours. We appreciate it. Dan asked the question. You get one other person from the chill room as your teammate to brawl the other two. Who are you choosing? And I'll start just because I didn't read these questions, but I did see Daniel's because he like texted me and was like, "Oh, I asked a question." So I was like, "Oh, I'll go check it out." I'm going with King Coom, and this is why. I would say probably works out the most out of all of us, and probably, has, I don't know, maybe Poppy has muscle mass too, but it's one of you two. But that's not why. That's not why I'm picking King Coom. King Coom's got a drone.
Oh,
We were gonna attach
mine.
weapons to that drone, and we are gonna beat Poppy and Connor's ass. What about you,
Oh my
Connor?
God.
Hell yeah, dude.
Well, you got a UAV online right
Yeah.
now with King Coom. Oh, this is tough, dude. Oh, see, the thing is too, like I'm not really great in a fight. I'd probably just try and talk the situation down. I think honestly, I think I'm gonna go for the pacifist route. I'm gonna pick Poppy because me and him, we got very soothing voices. I think together, united, we could make Andrew and King Coom feel so bad about hitting us. We would just ooze likability until they were like, "What are we doing here right now?" So I'm picking Poppy as my answer.
Dude, that's good. That is good. What about you, Coom?
I'm going to go with Andrew as well, mostly because I've seen you literally run through some doors, and Connor and Dan are those doors.
Yeah.
While we're on the subject, Mom, one time in college, accidentally our friend locked my door of my room, and to open it, I ran through it. I'm still.
You put on
against
a
it, man.
Halloween hard hat on and just ran right through
Yeah,
it.
it was really
pretty
easy. Though.
impressive.
I really like. It wasn't that hard. Most people could have done it. It wasn't that thick of a door. What about you, Poppy? Who you going into war with?
All right, since we already pretty much have teams established. Well, okay, I was also thinking about this like literally logistically, and like Connor has the most reach out of all. Out of
I
you guys.
do. I do
And
got long arms.
I'm also pretty lanky, so like we'll be the reach guys. You know what I mean? Just like logistically, that puts us at an advantage. Now that's barring the scrappiness, the UAVs, the fact that we're gonna be doors in this fight, and Andrew's just gonna run through us.
we are towards.
But I think if Connor's strategy of diffusing the situation doesn't work, we can just hold you guys with our arms. Just hold you back, stiff arm you till you get tired.
like we're
like
two in
swinging,
the con.
and you guys just have like your arm out. Damn, that's awesome. Okay, so what we've concluded is that it's Coom and myself versus Poppy and Connor. There's
Yeah.
no, cool. All right. Oh, our next question is from guest from episode 3, Lucas.
Go
Yes, that's a question.
the celeb.
It's actually a 2-part question, or 2 questions that are kind of the same thing. So I was asking both at the same time. If your only career choice was to follow around one celebrity 24/7 and be their assistant for whatever they needed, which celebrity would you choose? And then he said, follow up if you want. who would be the celebrity you'd least like to follow around? Does anyone have thoughts on that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm following around Betty White all day, dude.
Surprise.
Not even a surprise, dude. Betty White, she's cool. You know, what she really got, like, what do I really got to do if I'm Betty White's assistant? Like, she's not doing too much nowadays. I can just chill with her. Like, I just get to chill with Betty White all day. I think that'd be dope. Least likely celebrity, I would definitely say Donald Trump. Politics aside, I just don't like him as a person. I would get fired from that job if I was his assistant, like immediately. He'd be like something like really menial too. He'd be like, "Oh, go get me like a washcloth." And I'd be like, "Fuck you, bro," and then I would just probably get escorted out, I guess. So yeah,
That's awesome.
those are my two.
Damn, that's good. Anyone, Poppy? Did you say you had some strong feelings about this?
Oh, they weren't that strong, but the first one that came to mind to be an assistant was Chris Pratt.
Oh,
He's just a fun guy. He's really cool. At least it seems. I don't know. I just think it'd be fun getting to know him and such. I didn't really have him for least favorite. So I'm just gonna. I guess I'll just pass on that one.
fair
Didn't really
enough.
think about that one.
Yeah, mine for. Oh, it would just be someone you'd least like. I just thought of someone I really want to. The person that I did think that I would want to is Bryan Cranston, because I just feel like he's really, really famous, but I also feel like there's probably some instances where he can walk around and people don't. Like, it's not like I don't know. Is that like if Leonardo DiCaprio was walking through a mall, like, he's done for. Everyone's going up to him. But Bryan Cranston just seems like a really laid back, just nice guy. Just seems like one of your homies' dads or something. He just seems like a cool dude. And then least that I'd like to the least, and it's not about them as human beings, but just any of the Kardashians, just because I don't know how they possibly go anywhere without people just constantly. Like, there's TMZ has pictures of Kim getting in and out of cars everywhere she goes. Like, it's just I could not handle having to and have like 9 million people everywhere you go trying to ask your boss for autographs and all this stuff. It just seems like too much heat. Yeah. I almost feel bad for those people as I'm saying it. But I mean, not that they're rich as all hell, but you know.
They do all right.
Shouts out you, Kardashians. What about you, Coom?
For the one that I'd follow around, it'd be tough. I feel like probably like Snoop Dogg.
Dude.
I think it would just be fun to just be around him as he goes to, like, he's probably chill too, doesn't need much. Go to the studio with him, hang with him, get
I would say
food
there's
for his
probably
kids. I don't know.
Exactly one thing that Snoop would need from you, just to grab him. That'd be
Papers?
drugs. Yeah. Yeah.
For the person I'd least want to follow around, it'd probably be Kanye. I feel like he's a super particular guy. He's like, one day you give him some shoelaces and he's like, I need a shade darker. And you're like, where the hell am I supposed to get some shoelaces, Kanye?
That's a really
Dude.
good point.
Kanye would be that boss dude to
He's like,
make
I'm
you,
going to build a dome. Get me some concrete. Like, what?
dude, he'd make you separate M&Ms and Skittles. He'd be like, I just want the blue ones.
Absolute.
That's sick.
Swag. I didn't.
Dude, we just blew this episode wide open.
Yeah, I like this.
We were like, oh, let's just do it real free form. But even in that, Connor and I had a semi-schedule written. We just Hail Mary that somewhere else. I just looked at it. We have completely just abandoned it in every way, shape, or form.
Yeah, that's why I was looking at it. I was like, who just shout out? I don't.
So much.
Dude. All right.
It's awesome. Who wants to start shout outs?
I'm
No
cool
one?
with either way, yeah.
Okay, go ahead, dog.
I'm starting it?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, all right. Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
All right. Well, pressure's on.
Oh, you're not ready?
I'm
Are
ready.
you not ready?
Now I have to do it. now it's the
Dude, if
spotlight.
you want to think about it for a second, I'll go.
No, I'm
Or
doing
Poppy
it.
is on.
No way. I
Pressure's
got
on.
pressure's on. All right, my shout out this week is actually going to be I know who it's gonna be too. It is technically a fictional character, but it's only because I am not 100% sure of who did the show. But my shout's actually going to be to Korra from Legend of Korra. Just because, like, I just rewatched it for like the first time because I watched it as a kid and didn't really get it. But it came out like really early 2000s, and the finale, they basically like confirm Korra as bisexual, which is huge for like a kids show where it's pretty underrepresented. Underrepresented. I can't speak. It's good to have that on there, especially so like now I think it's a lot more accepting, for people who are like LGBT. But back then, it was still kind of people were feeling it out. So, for Nickelodeon to be like, yeah, this is awesome, we're gonna do it. Plus, it's a good show. Like I liked it. It's kind of like steampunky future. The fight scenes are really cool. Korra's a cool avatar. So yeah, shout out Korra and whoever wrote Legend of Korra, which I should probably know, but
That's dope. That was dope. All right, I'll go through mine quick. Surprise, surprise. I don't have one. Real quick, shout out our homie Austin. This is coming out on October 3rd. His birthday is September 30th. Shouts out to you. Happy birthday. Secondly, shout out and RIP to RBG, our girl Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Rest in peace. Cool lady. I think, don't mark my words on this, but I think she was the second woman to be on the Supreme Court or something like that. And she was definitely the first Jewish woman to be on the Supreme Court. Shouts out you. She did a lot of great work in her time. I think she was like 87 when she just passed the other day. You'll be missed by a lot of people. A lot of people really loved her, which is pretty awesome. And then thirdly, shout out to Jews. This past Saturday was Rosh Hashanah, the Jewish New Year. We are officially in year 5,781.
oh wow.
And let me see if I can find. My dad said something funny about this year. Oh, he said, let's hope that year 5,781 represents a fresh start because 2020 has pretty much sucked. So,
Yeah.
shouts out. Yep. So, shout out Jews, year 5,781. I think it's like next Tuesday or something. We're fasting.
Oh,
So, if you guys are trying to hit me up one day and I sound a little cranky, that is why. That's it for my shout outs. Poppy, King Coom, you guys got shout outs?
Yes. Shout out. I have two. Shout out to Tommy Wagner, T-Swags, Tom. We went hiking last weekend, and he's just a great person, and I'm
Friend
glad
of the
I
show.
saw him. Shout out to everybody who is still following guidelines for the pandemic. Unfortunately, I found out that my barber tested positive for COVID, but the shop was following all the guidelines. They weren't letting people sit in the waiting room together. Everybody was wearing masks the entire time. You were not allowed to take it off for any reason, so they weren't doing any beard trimmings or anything. Not that I have a beard, or maybe I do. You won't know until I get revealed.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm glad that they were able to follow the guidelines. So I'm currently quarantining just in case anyway, obviously. I'll be in my room, but shout out to them and everybody who's been following guidelines and making it at least somewhat safe.
All right. I'm shouting out two people as well. Andrew already said one. RBG, RIP. She was a great Supreme Court justice and helped pass a lot of important things. Let's hope that doesn't get reversed. My second one is all the people that have made it through 5 episodes. Shout out for listening, and hope that you continue to do so.
Yeah.
yeah,
Great shout
dude.
out. Isn't that pretty funny? Like people do that, just like listen to us speak for 5 hours. It's pretty cool.
It's pretty sick.
We're appreciative. I know we get pumped. Like I remember when we had like 5 views on our first video. We were so pumped.
Honestly, though, I was like, yes.
Yeah.
We're
That's how I knew we were gonna be okay because no one gave a crap. Like at one point I was like, guys, we have 15 followers on Instagram, and you guys were all genuinely like, let's go. Everyone was freaking out. And I'm like, that if everyone was like, oh no, we got to get to 500 by next week, I'd have been like, oh, I'm out of here.
Nah,
But,
man.
yeah, that's awesome.
They'll trickle in. Maybe we'll start doing some stuff like when we get to 100 followers
Yeah.
or even 50
Yeah.
because we're close. If we get to like 50 Instagram followers, like, you know, one of the four of us will do something outrageous. Probably me.
Yeah.
I'll take like a shot of hot sauce or something. I don't know.
Connor, have you had any positive feedback from posting on your personal Instagram, like on your stories? Are people like, oh, this is dope, or
No one
No.
says anything
me to
because I took a year-long Instagram hiatus. Actually, right when we graduated undergrad, I stopped using it like I think July of 2019, and then literally started basically picking it back up because I was like, oh, we kind of need a bit of a social media presence. So I think people just don't click my story as much because they're like, oh, I forgot you had Instagram. But yeah, I don't know. It's fun. Sometimes I
Dude,
look
how-
at pictures of dogs.
yeah, and yeah, we're glad you're back from your hiatus. Wait, Poppy, how long have we been going?
We're about to hit minute 10.
Oh, all right. So
Damn.
A minute
let's
and 10 seconds.
go.
I'm sorry.
Minute
My
and
units
10
were off. An hour and 10 minutes.
minutes.
All right, so yeah, damn. I wonder how this is gonna chop up because we were in the middle of talking and then we kind of forgot what we were talking about. And Connor went out. And we picked back in. This will
It'll
be
probably
fun. I'm
be
gonna
right
enjoy
around
this.
an hour. I feel like because like we'll cut like whatever this is we're doing right now and stuff, but
Or
think
we
this-
just don't.
or we just don't. Yeah, either one
A
really
lot of times we
works.
say we're gonna cut stuff
And then we just don't. All
We
right,
just don't do
cool.
it.
Honestly,
Yeah. So all right.
good episode.
Housekeeping notes, real quick, because we keep always forgetting these things. Follow us on Instagram and subscribe on YouTube. If you're watching this, you're already on our YouTube channel, so you know where to subscribe. On Instagram, it's the Chill Room, no spaces or caps. No cap.
With the blue
Dog.
poker chip.
I'm also pointing
Yeah.
everywhere because the subscribe button is somewhere, and if I just do all of them, I'll hit it eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, let's go. How you guys doing over there, Poppy and King Coom? Did you have any issues on your side technically?
Not yet. So unless something happens, you know, while we're closing out, I think we're good.
Don't worry, I got it. Updates
Connor,
my laptop.
do you have any final words for the peeps?
I'm gonna end how I usually end, something pretty formal and dignified. Penis. All right, that's all I got.
Amen. Be kind to people and love yourself. Goodbye.
And good night.